Dear people of the Burst, today we're gonna do an awesome video about compounding interest, and I'm gonna dedicate this video a little bit to my asset because, as you all know, 402 is designed to be a retirement fund rather than anything else. So I'm gonna show you today, with the use of magic and numbers, what happens if you set a little money aside, buy a couple of 402 shares, and compound them over time. So let's get straight to it. Found this little compounding interest calculator online. Beautiful little tool. I'm gonna leave a link to it in the video description. The whole thing's gonna be in US dollars because, well, but instead of the dollar sign, just imagine Burst for the sake of the exercise. Well, anywho, let's say that you begin with a minimal stupid investment of 10,000 Burst. That's a $12, I believe, given today's prices. That's a $12 investment that you can make and actually be able to retire with this amount. And I'm going to show you how. So what you're going to do is take that $12 investment, 10,000 Burst, right, and buy 402 shares with it. And you're not going to do anything else. You're not going to put any extra money into this. In example one, I'll show you afterwards what happens if you put a little on top each and every week. But for now, let's just take the simple numbers, right? So you put 10,000 Bursts into 402 shares, and the 402 shares right now have an average payout of about 35% per year. But let's go with a minimalistic approach, and let's say that it only pays out 20% per year. Compounding interval, daily, number of years to grow. We're going to do this exercise on a spreadsheet, and we're going to calculate what happens in 1 year, 5 years, 10, 15, and 20. All right, so let's see what happens after the first year. All right, calculate the compound interest. All right, so you put in 10,000 Burst, and 1 year from now, if you keep reinvesting the dividends that you get, you're going to end up with 12,000 Burst worth. It's not much, is it? Let's just copy it and paste it in here. Beautiful. All right, let's see what happens in 5 years. Starting to look a little better, doesn't it? Put in 10,000 and you got 170% return. So your end result will be 27,000. Cool. Let's take a look at the 10-year. So 10 years from now, if you do nothing but reinvest the dividends that you get from your initial 10,000 buy, you're going to end up with 73,000. How about 15 years from now? Let's see. 1, 5, and calculate. Holy mackerel. That's a huge difference, isn't it? Hold on. Let me just copy paste this in here. Can you see what a huge difference 5 years makes from 73,000 to 200,000? And now let's put another 5 years on top of that and see what we end up with. And in 20 years, your initial 10,000 will be worth, oh yeah, 545,000. Gonna paste this in. I see, not bad, right? You put in 12 bucks and you cash out around 6,000. 20 years from now? Let's just presume that you're going to retire in 20 years. It might be 30, 40 years. I don't know. I'm just going to take a 20-year period for the sake of the exercise, right? So $12 invested right now, 20 years from now, is going to be $6,000 worth, right? A pack of cigarettes that you said no to today, or I don't know, a burger. I don't know what you can buy for $12 these days. I haven't been paying attention. Slice of pizza, I don't know. You got the picture. Say no to something today, a little luxury like a slice of pizza, and when you retire, that slice of pizza is gonna buy you pizza for, well, the rest of your retirement actually. And all you have to do is just take that dividend that you get and keep reinvesting it. Keep buying more and more and more and more and more shares in 402, right? Right, but as you'll see, I have two columns here, without weekly and with weekly. What does that mean? Let me show you. Again, you start off with the 10,000 burst initially invested, but this time you're gonna put in 100 burst every week. Just hit the faucets, guys. 100 bursts is so easy to make. I mean, it's like a few clicks away, right? It takes literally a couple of minutes of your time. So what you're gonna do is have that initial 10,000 and keep reinvesting those dividends, right? But on top of that, put in each and every week 100 burst, as little as 100 burst. And let me show you what a difference that's gonna make, right? Interest rate, we're gonna keep it at 20%, right? So, by the way, you're getting these stupid numbers with 20%. I'm not gonna do the 30%, 35% calculation for you. You do it yourself if you want. I'm gonna go minimalistic for 20%. All right, so number of years to grow. We have 1 year. All right, after the first year, we already have 18,000 burst. Let's take a look at this. Little bit of a difference, isn't it? All right, let's take a look at 5 years from now. 72,000. Interesting. Do you notice something? By adding a measly 100 bursts per week to your compounding account, in 5 years, you're gonna end up in the same place that would normally take you 10 years to get to by simply reinvesting the dividends. So if you reinvest the dividends and throw 100 bursts per week on top of that, this is the result in 5 years, right? So if we can achieve this in 5 years, let's take a look at 10, 15, and 20. All right, let's see, 10 years. Holy crap. Not bad, is it? Just take a look at this. 100 bursts per week can make this much of a difference, right? Without putting the 100, with the 100. That's triple. And we're not done. Let's take a look at 15. Beautiful, isn't it? Not bad, huh? And now let's take a look at the 20. So 20 years from now, your investment is going to be worth 1.9 million burst. And you started off with $12 and keep putting in, what is it, $1 every week? Which you don't even have to put in from your own pocket, you just have to hit the faucets. And this is what you end up with, 1.9 million burst, which at today's price is, what is it, 20 something $1,000. So you started off with $12 and ended up with 20 something thousand. If this is not a retirement strategy, then I don't know what is. And I'm talking minimalistic numbers here, people. Again, you're starting off with 10,000 bursts and putting 100. You want to, just for the sake of the exercise, take a look at what happens if you start off with 100,000 and you put in 1,000 every week for 20 years. Yeah, 19 million. That's all I want to say. Make a separate account, guys. Grab some 402. Log in every now and then. Take those dividends. Put a little extra on top. And keep building up your portfolio. And you're going to end up with numbers like this.